to TikTok, so check that out. All right. We got a few songs we're going to play or sing tonight. I've been noticing on TikTok there are a bunch of singers lately. Maybe I'm just catching the stream, but I got more singers in my For You section than I usually get. I got a few special people I still watch on YouTube, but I feel kind of guilty for not posting here too much. Just mostly doing my live streams, which is cool. I enjoy it. All right, let's get into it. We're going to start off with some Elton John and do a Texas love song. One of my personal favorites. I heard from a friend you've been messing around with a cute little thing I've been dating uptown. Well, I don't know if I like that idea much. You better stay clear or I might start acting rough. You out of town guys sure think you're real keen. Think all of us boys here are homespun and green, but that's wrong, my friend, so get this through your head. We're tough and we're Texans with necks good and red. And it's K-I-Yippee-I-I, you long hairs are sure gonna die. Our American home was clean till you came. And kids still respected the president's name. And the eagle still flew in the sky, hearts filled with national pride. Then you came along with your drug crazy songs. Goddamn it, we're all gonna die. How dare you sit here and drink all our beer? It's made for us workers who sweat, spit, and swear. The minds of our daughters are poisoned by you with your communistic and politics. Well, your Negro blues. Well, I'm gonna quit talking and take action now. Run all of you fairies straight out of this town. Oh, I'm dog tired of watching you mess up our lives. Spending the summertime naturally high. And it's K-I-Yippee-I-I, you long hairs are sure gonna die. Our American home was clean till you came. And kids still respected the president's name. And the eagle still flew in the sky, hearts filled with national pride. Then you came along with your drug crazy songs. God damn it, you're all gonna die. God damn it, you're all gonna die. Hey, Caitlin, thanks for showing up. Oh, God damn it, we're all gonna die. Listen now. Guys, thanks for the likes, comments. Make sure you subscribe to Monty Royal, bringing you some live singing on Friday and Saturday nights on YouTube. And now we're going to do some John Conley, Just a Common Man. Poured wine and we prepared to dine. I knew I was feeling out of place, and a table as large as a river barge, and I love you written all on your face. I appreciate the hospitality, but I wish that we would go. Let me drive you to McDonald's and I'll talk to you concerning something you should really know. I'm just a common man, drive a common van. My dog ain't got a pedigree. And if I had my say, gonna stay that way. 'Cause highbrow people lose their sanity. And a common man is what I'll be. Isn't that right, Pup? I'll take a Chevrolet just any day. So give your daddy back his Mercedes Benz. And there's some common people that I hang out with. They're my good time buddies, they're my friends. And I'd rather chug a lug a mug of Budweiser beer than sip a crystal glass of wine. So won't you make your mind up to believe in me and leave this high living world behind. I'm just a common man, drive a common van. My dog ain't got a pedigree. If I had my say, gonna stay that way. 'Cause highbrow people lose their sanity. And a common man is what I'll be. Yes, I'm happy just being free. And I'm happy just being me. And I hope that you will see. I'm just a common man, drive a common van. My dog ain't got a pedigree. And if I had my say, gonna stay that way. 'Cause highbrow people lose their sanity. And a common man is what I'll be. No, Dave, ain't no tobacco. I'm just a common man, drive a common van. My dog ain't got a pedigree. And if I had my say, gonna stay that way. You know, I do remember the good old days in Memphis, chewing tobacco and drinking bourbon. Yeah. Good times, guys, right? All right, let's do some Beach Boys. Oldie buddy goodie. You know, these women out here, they love driving their cars fast. Sometimes more than the guys, honestly. I think the women like to drive quicker than the guys. And it's been like that. Well, she got her daddy's car and she cruised to the hamburger stand now. Seems she forgot all about the library like she told her old man now. And with the radio blasting, goes cruising just as fast as she can now. And she'll have fun, fun, fun. Now the daddy took a T-bird away. Well, the girls can't stand her 'cause she walks, looks, and drives like an ace now. She makes the Indy 500 look like the Roman chariot race now. A lot of guys try to catch her, but she leads them on a wild goose chase now. And she'll have fun, fun, fun till the daddy kicks her T-bird away. Guys, thanks for showing up. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't do drugs. Well, you knew all along that your dad was getting wise to you now. And since he took your set of keys, you've been thinking that your fun is all through now. But you can come along with me, 'cause we got a lot of things to do now. And she'll have fun, fun, fun. Now the daddy took her T-bird away. And she'll have fun, fun, fun. Now the daddy took her T-bird away. Brian Wilson with the high notes. He goes high, I go low. Like, comment, subscribe to the Monty Royal program, guys. Thanks for showing up. It was 100 degrees as we sat beneath a willow tree whose tears didn't care. They just hung in the air and refused to fall, too far. And I knew I made a horrible call. And now state line felt like the Berlin Wall. And there was no doubt about which side I was on. Cat for cutie, crooked teeth. Cause I built you a home in my heart with rock and wood, meant to cave from the start. And you can't find nothing at all if there was nothing there all along. No, you can't find nothing at all if there was nothing there all along. Good bass part. I braved treacherous streets and kids strung out on homemade speed, and I shared a bed in which I could not sleep at all. Woohoo, woohoo. Cause at night, the sun in retreat made a skyline look like crooked teeth in the mouth of a man who was devouring his foe. You're so cute when you're slurring your speech, but they're closing the bar and they want us to leave. Cause you can't find nothing at all if there was nothing there all along. No, you can't find nothing at all if there was nothing there all along. I'm a war of head versus heart. It's always this way. My head is weak, my heart always speaks before I know what it will say. What's up? No, you can't find nothing at all if there was nothing there all along. No, you can't find nothing at all if there was nothing there all along. No, you can't find nothing at all if there was nothing there all along. There were churches, theme parks, and malls. There was nothing there all along. Auto track. Back to Frank Zappa in San Bernardino. You guys never been to San Bernardino? It's a big business place, industry. He lives in Mojave in a Winnebago. Mojave, you blink, you miss it kind of place. Up in the high desert. His name is Bobby. He looks like a potato. Big cliff in San Bernardino. It's like the San Andreas Fault. It's a huge cliff. She's in love with a boy from the rodeo who was a rope on the chute when he let those suckers go. Hey, any Zappa fans out there? He got slobbering drunk at the Palomino. They gave him 30 days in San Bernardino. Thanks for the like, appreciate it, guys. Well, there's 44 men stashed away in Tennessee, and there's only one shower, but it don't apply to Bobby. I don't know what that means. Does he get to use the shower or not? Does the guy get any privacy in the shower? We don't know. Well, you might think they're dumb and lonely, but you're wrong, 'cause their love is strong. Stick up hair and a cheap little ring. They don't care, 'cause it don't mean a thing. They don't care. They don't care. As long as they got their trailer in Mojave, everything should be fine. They can always retreat there. Hopefully it's an Airstream. It's a little classier than the other ones. Last time I was in Mojave, there's a pretty decent pho place, spa, Vietnamese spa. Stayed at the Motel 6 there. Great customer service, by the way. Just north of Palmdale. You can get a bus ticket for $2.75 all the way from Mojave to Palmdale, up in the high desert, even further than that. It's a great deal. Bestest way that they can feel out on a highway, rolling a wheel. She's a Tootsie, she's for real. Trailer Park Heaven is a real good deal. 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 Yeah, if you're going to have to spend your time anywhere else, might as well be San Bernardino. The rest of their lives in San Bernardino. Spend the rest of their lives in San Bernardino. Come on with me. Come on with me. Come on with me down the San Bernardino. 60 miles down the San Bernardino freeway. They got some dark green air and you could choke all day. Must be leaded gas and diesel. Then the rest of their lives, rest of their lives, rest of their lives. Say now, ain't talking about Fontana. Ain't talking about, no, ain't talking about, no, ain't talking about, ain't talking about the Redlands, no. Zilch in the auto works. Must be a tough industry to get into. I'm telling you, there's take all the cars that were hurt. A lot of bad cars out there. Come on and let's go down to San Bernardino. Look down to San Bernardino. Believe it now. San Bernardino, San Bernardino, San Bernardino, San Bernardino, San Bernardino. They moved from the high desert into the town, the city. The rest of their lives in San Bernardino. Oh, Bobby, I'm sorry that you gotta look like a potato. He really is. Guys, thanks for showing up to the Monty Royal program. Oh, juice on that one. Song for Everyone by Phoenix TX. The lead singer passed away just recently. Dedicated to him. Let's dedicate this song to him. Don't know much from the band, but I do know that this is a great album. Kind of a weird range to go into. Let's see if I can work it. Well, I know that it's late, but the words wouldn't wait. I'm really sorry that I woke you up. I don't know what's come over me. If I'm wrong, let me know. Do you think I should go? But before you give an answer, think of somewhere you'd rather be. All that I have is $26 in a keys to a Cadillac. All that I know, drive all night, go anywhere you want to go. All that I want and all that I need. All I want to know is, do you want to come with me? $26 in a Cadillac's all you need when you're young and dumb and in love. You deserve more than this. I can give for a trip. I never thought that I would get this far, searching for the words to say. Summer wind, desert stars, all the things could be ours. You know it only takes 2 words and we'll both be on our way. All that I have is $26 and a keys to a Cadillac. All that I know, drive all night, go anywhere you want to go. All that I want and all that I need. All I want to know is, do you want to come with me? Pop punk rock back in the early 2000s. It's like 2003. We're still running high off the fumes of the 2000s boom, the millennium boom. Money was flowing like wine back then, boys. Suburbs were going up, houses as far as the eye could see. And then 2008 just took it all away from us. The whole world changed. The competition got way more fierce for dollars at that point. I don't know, maybe they opened a portal out in Afghanistan or something. All I have, all I know, I change the station and a song is on the radio. All I have, all I know, drive all night, go anywhere you want to go. All I have, all I know, I change a station and a song's on the radio. All I have, all I know, drive all night, go anywhere you want to go. Drive all night, go anywhere you want to go. Drive all night, go anywhere you want to. And this is Friday night where we kind of regurgitate the old playlist. So in some ways, Friday nights are actually better than Saturday nights. Saturday nights is when we add to our repertoire. So, you know, Friday nights are usually some songs I'm more comfortable with, I've done before. Saturday nights, we add new things in there. And so, you know, Saturday nights are a little rougher than Fridays. But we keep on pressing on, guys. Like Reliant K, we're pressing on. I'm not covering any Reliant K. Oh, yeah. Some Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. Brittany, call me, please. I think I did it again. I played with you, believe. We're more than just friends. Oh, baby, it might seem like a crush, but it doesn't mean that I'm serious. 'Cause to lose all my senses, that is just so typically me. Oh, baby, baby, oops, I did it again. I played with your heart, I got lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby, oops, you think I'm in love, that I'm sent from above. I'm not that innocent. You see, my problem is this: I'm dreaming away, wishing that heroes they truly exist. I cry watching the day Can't you see I'm a fool in so many ways? 'Cause to lose all of my senses, that is just so typically me. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. I got lost in the game. Oh, baby, oops, you think I'm in love, that I'm sent from above. I'm not that innocent. Dramatic part. Titanic came out in like 95 or 97. So it was about like 5 years after.
Before you go, there's something I want you to have.
Still fresh in the children's mind.
But wait a minute, isn't this?
Yes, it is.
It was a huge deal to see Titanic back in the day. James Cameron nailed it.
I went down and got it.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Oops, I did it again to your heart. Got lost in this game, oh baby. Oops, you think that I'm sent from above. Well, I'm not that innocent. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. I got lost in the game. Oh, baby, oops, you think I'm in love, that I'm sent from above. I'm not that innocent. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. I got lost in the game. Oh, baby, oops, you think I'm in love, that I'm sent from above. I'm not that innocent. Let's see, we got a bonus one. Oh no, I have no idea what this song is. Yeah, guys. So, I did a political rant on my last week's version, calling out the Christians. You know, Muslims they kind of got their things together. And but Onijah, if you're watching this, God bless you. I hope you're back in the States. I don't know. I've heard that Onijah, the lady in Pakistan that was demanding $100,000 to get into real estate, I heard she was taken off a plane. We're all concerned about her safety. We know Onijah's been through a lot. Hell, traveling across the country is a pain in the ass. I get cranky that way, but she traveled all the way to Pakistan. You know, the amenities in Pakistan are like nothing like the amenities in the United States. At least in the United States, 95% of the time you can go coast to coast and get, the chlorinated running water. People think that's a bad idea. I think the, municipalities putting chlorine in their water at a micro level is a good thing, but all that stuff, it's just a different culture. The people, God bless them, the people are just as nice as can be. And I've heard some Pakistans talking about the area and actually kind of want to go to Pakistan. The people seem so nice, but the issue came in Dubai. So Onijah was in Dubai, and she's getting a little buck wild out there. And out there, they have the morality police. They have some really crazy laws. So one of the laws is there's no fundraising. Like if you want to do any public fundraising, you have to go through the local governance of Dubai, and then you can do it. Also, swearing is not accepted at all in Dubai. And I would suppose in Dubai, probably, depending on the class of the woman, women can't really say too much out loud, can't really stand out, show out too much. So if you're not of the right class and not of the right heritage out there, yeah, it's going to be a problem. Anyways, I think Onijah might be caught up in some bullshit over in Dubai. The reason being is that if she was in the States, we would have heard about her. She's pretty much a celebrity. But we just ask the Dubai police at this point in the legal system to have compassion for Onijah. She's been through a lot. From what I heard, she was catfishing and the guy was catfishing. And that's how the relationship started. You guys ever see the Catfish TV show? Uh, Pretty much, yeah. So two catfishing people got caught up and fell in love with each other. And turns out, they were okay with starting the whole relationship on scam. So yeah, just say just shows you Nigel's got some issues, and you know, go easy on her. What else is going on? Oh yeah, a little snot nosed ex kid, Elon Musk kid, a little snot nosed kid, picking his nose, wiping it on the Oval Office desk, telling Donald Trump to shut up, shut his face. Kind of funny. Uh, yeah, Elon Musk is he's a drug addict, so you expect all kinds of weird shit coming out of him. So we need to just use the same standard that they use for us and throw the same standard right back at them. And usually they can't measure up. So that's the trick. It's like they want to force all this stuff on us when they can't even fulfill the same obligations. That are the same measurements that we get oppressed with, the laws that we get oppressed with. It's like most of those people can't even do it. So, they like to use, call people drug addicts, right? That's a great way to discredit someone because they're on drugs and, they're not really thinking straight. So they like to throw that on normal people like us. And so, let's throw it right back at them. Congress people, sober as a judge. I've heard from people, a lot of people in the law industry are very stressed out. So they usually go towards drugs and alcohol addiction. I remember the old Cheech and Chong movie where I think Cheech is trying to get some water and he's trying to drink the judge's water and it turns out it's just straight vodka. And that's actually honest. I've had a friend that worked for a judge and this guy would wake up and he would down a tall glass of vodka immediately because he'd have the shakes, the DTs. You get the alcoholics. If they don't get their alcohol quick enough, if they go to sleep, that means they're not able to drink while they're sleeping. So they'll get out, wake up and their hands will be shaking and they'll need to get alcohol in their system immediately. And then their hands stop shaking and everything goes good. Yeah. Also, everyone's on psych meds now in the workforce. So you get a lot of people that are on psych meds and also abusing alcohol and God knows what other kind of recreational drugs as well. It's a recipe for disaster. I heard a good one on TikTok today that a guy was saying, all the people in charge now in Congress and stuff, they're also victims of leaded gas. They breathed in a lot of leaded gas exhaust, which is terrible for the brain as well. So that makes a lot of sense. So getting back to it, Elon Musk is a drug addict. He's high as a kite, trying to manage us. Trying to cut everything in this country off, trying to cut the budget for the federal government. Donald Trump. There's a reason why the guy gets a spray on tan. People just don't get spray on tans for no reason. He's either white as a ghost. Maybe he wants to be standardized, so all of his pictures of him look the same, because there will be some days when he probably might not get enough sleep, or he could just, who else was like that? It was another guy in Congress. He was a speaker in Congress and he had an orange spray on tan, which just looked terrible. And, his last name was a genital, like, Pecker or something, all these like congressmen, they have the last names of like genitals and stuff. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so also what I was reminded of with little Elon Musk's little snot-nosed ex-kid running around the Oval Office, I was reminded of a skit that is on the Chris Farley Greatest Hits. If you ever get the VHS or the DVD of the Greatest Hits of Chris Farley on SNL, Saturday Night Live. The first skit on the DVD or on the VHS is of him acting like a little kid climbing all over the New York City mirror and the mayor is given it's Kevin, who's the guy who played the mayor on Saturday Night Live. Kevin, I forgot his name, but tall, dark-haired dude. And then Chris Farley's supposed to be the kid. Chris Farley's like 400 pounds. He's climbing all over Kevin Nealon. I think it's Kevin Nealon. And so apparently that was, that act's been done out before. The politician bringing the kid out. The JFK one where the kid, JFK's kid was respectfully pretty quiet under the desk. Why do they have a door under the desk anyway? That's kind of odd, isn't it? A lot of weird stuff going down in the White House, but not as formal as people would probably think. I think the Clintons did a lot of cocaine in the White House. They're responsible, from what I've heard, the Clintons brought in a lot of cocaine through Arkansas using the National Guard, and there's also talks of people. What was it? Rex 87. What is that guy? Back in like the Vietnam War, apparently Pepsi was producing a bunch of heroin over in the Asia, Vietnam area, and they would put the heroin in the dead bodies and then transport the dead soldiers with heroin. They'd come to the United States, and there's a cult called the they had such a ridiculous name. It was a long name, but it was a satanic cult that actually sold the heroin up and down the West Coast. Anyway, yeah, so, the politics are pretty dirty. And if you think about it, the United States was actually created out of criminality. What do I mean by that? I mean that the founding fathers were in charge of managing the colonies. And what they did was they actually stole the colonies from the crown. And then they used guns and the American people to fight off the crown from coming back and reclaiming their property. And then another thing is also the Battle of 1812. That was after the Revolutionary War, right? So the Battle of 1812 was pretty much British Canadian coming down, marching their way down, and burning down the Pink House. The Pink House used to be white, or the White House used to be pink, because the pigment and what they used on it. So it was a White House, but it literally was pink, depending on most of the time of the day. And so the British burnt down the White House in 1812, and the United States was so broke at the time that they had to resort into using the Navy as pirates. Okay, so it's called privateering. Well, the act of being a private individual, going out and using your ship to steal other ships and, to pirate other vessels on the open sea. It's called privateering. And the U.S. federal government actually encouraged people to privateer. So if you went out and you stole someone else's ship on the open sea, some European ship or whatever, and you brought it back to the Federal Navy, they would give you tax credits for the ship, and you can keep the booty on the ship. They really wanted the ships to build up the Navy. There's a guy named Commodore Perry at the time, where what he did was he was actually it's a black ops mission from the United States. And he was given a flag that looked like the United States flag, but was just modified a little bit enough to have plausible deniability. So if he got caught by someone, they can. But what the federal government did and the Navy did was they sent Commodore Perry and his guys out to go loot the high sea. They'd draw in people with the counterfeit U.S. flag, and so the people would be like, "Oh, well, that's the United States." They're Perrysburg out in Toledo. That's named after Commodore Perry. I'm kind of putting out his dirty laundry here, but it's a necessary. He has Perrysburg out here in Toledo, and that's named after Commodore Perry. So Commodore Perry, on his Black Ops mission with his Federal Navy guys, they go out and they're pilfering, they're pirating the open seas, and they run into Japan, the Japanese Imperial Guard on the ocean. and they didn't realize who Japan was really, because Japan was kind of hidden and isolated to itself. So Commodore Perry, if you look up pictures, there's lots of drawings of him in full samurai outfits. He was able to dupe the Japanese people. They had no idea. They didn't have much information about the United States, but he's able to dupe them and accepting this counterfeit flag as the authentic flag of the United States, because he couldn't tell them that he was out doing some fraudulent shit and stealing and pirating on the open seas. So he started a whole fraudulent relationship with Japan. And as time went by, the Japanese got wise to it. And then by the end of World War II, on the USS Missouri, I found this out with Douglas Dietrich. It's Douglas Diet Rich. Check him out on YouTube. He does live broadcasts Saturdays and Wednesday nights, or Sunday and Wednesday nights. And what happened was on the USS Missouri during the World War II, quote unquote, Japanese surrender, the Japanese brought back the counterfeit flag that Admiral Perry had given them. And that was, and the Japanese forced the United States to hang that flag on the USS Missouri in Hawaii, which now is a World War II memorial museum. So you'll look up this flag, and there's no information about it, but it still hangs on the USS Missouri. And if you look closely, all the stars are upside down, and the back of the flag is pure white. And no one knows the story about it, but only a few people know the story. The information was passed along through the actual guys in the Navy who were there, and word through the Navy was, so the story isn't officially known, but if you go to pretty much anywhere in Asia, they have a whole different outlook on the United States and a whole different history of the world than what we're taught here in the United States. I've heard particularly in Japan, there's a lot of different dates on battles and all kinds of surrenderings and whatnot. But an authentic surrender by the Japanese people actually includes the surrendering of the samurai swords of the emperor, which never happened in World War II. So things really didn't work out things didn't end the way that we're told they were ended. So that's just one story. But, Commodore Perry, he did offer a lot of things to the United States, but he didn't offer everything. He's got some shit, and the United States is kind of founded on criminalism and, a criminal empire, really. So, it's kind of just the way things are, and it kind of just shows you how our culture is. And, yeah. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the story, the singing. We'll be back at it tomorrow night, and we'll add some new songs on. All right, y'all, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.